Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to today's English lesson. So in today's English lesson, we are going to be writing plot point 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so before you start this lesson, what I would like you to do is look back at your planning notes and your story from yesterday. Okay, read through what you've got so far so that your story today will follow on from yesterday's writing. Okay. So, like yesterday, I'm going to talk you through each of the plot points, ask you to pause in different parts, and then write each plot point as we go. Okay, here we go then. So, plot point 3, that's when your characters are exploring the modern day. So have a look back at your plan and have a look at what your characters see in the modern day. So things like supermarkets, maybe parks, maybe they go for a drive in the car or cook dinner together using the oven. Okay, because that would all be new to the Stone Age character, wouldn't it? Now, the key thing I want you to focus on is in this plot point is time adverbials. So using those interesting sentence openers to explain the time in the sentence. Okay, what I'm going to do is read you my example, and then on the next page I've put some things to help you when you are writing this paragraph. Okay, this plot point. Here we go. He took me to meet his family. And what a family it was. They looked very different to me, but they were kind to me and invited me to sit around their table and have dinner. Over the next few weeks, we had lots of amazing adventures. One afternoon, Sam took me to a park. We played on the swings for hours. It was so much fun. Later on that week, Sam took me to an amazing place. Sorry about that there. I should have just not had the word showed. Okay. It was called a supermarket. Everything there was in packets. There was so much food. It all looked delicious. They also sold clothes there. I didn't see any animal skin like mine though. One evening, Sam showed me how to cook dinner using an oven. I couldn't believe that they didn't cook using a fire. That night we had a party. We listened to music using something called Alexa. I joined in with the dancing. Okay, so in that paragraph, I've tried to change bits of Stone Age boy to make it seem like the modern day. So I've mentioned Alexa. I've mentioned going to the park. I've mentioned that they sat around the table having dinner rather than sitting by a campfire. Okay, now on the next slide, I've put some useful sentence openers that you might use in that paragraph. So things like one afternoon, a few hours later, later that day, early in the morning. Okay. So in this plot point, you're just describing things that you're seeing in the modern day, different events, okay? You're not getting yet to the bit where the Stone Age character falls back into the Stone Age. That's not yet, okay? So pause the video now, have a go at writing this plot point. Use bits in my example to help you. That's what it's there for, okay? Brilliant. Now then. Plot point 4. So this is when your character can fall back into the Stone Age. Okay, now I'm going to use the structure of Stone Age boy again to help me, and I've put on the next page a writing frame to help you as well. So I'll read through my example, then talk you through the writing frame. Okay, so one day Sam took me on a special walk. We walked a long way until we came to a busy street. He walked in front of me to show me the way. Wow, there were so many people around me. I could see bright lights flashing, cars zooming past me, and people rushing down the streets, having lots of fun. Suddenly, I noticed a large group of people moving in the distance. There was nowhere for me to escape. I shouted at Sam to help, but he couldn't hear me. All of a sudden, the ground gave way, and I found myself falling deeper, deeper, deeper. So on this page, this is a writing frame to help you. Okay, so you can fill in the blanks, you can change different bits to match your story. So one day, and then the name of your character took you on a special adventure. So remember, my character's called Sam. You could also change special to a different word, different adjective. Okay. We walked a long way until we came to, where did you get to? Where's the moment that your character falls back into the Stone Age? Remember, mine was a really busy street with people everywhere. He walked in front of me to show me the way. Wow, I could see, what can you see around you? I could see cars zooming past. I could see people walking towards me. Then we've got suddenly, and then suddenly something's going to happen that causes you to feel a bit frightened and a bit worried, like there's nowhere to turn to. Now, remember, in the Stone Age boy story, there was a bear appearing. Now, obviously, in the modern day, a bear's not going to appear, is it? But maybe there's a big group of people sort of charging towards you and you can't get past them, okay? Look back at your plan for your ideas to help you with what's going to sort of go wrong here. I've put here, there was nowhere for me to escape. I shouted at Sam in my story to help, but he couldn't hear me. All of a sudden, the ground gave way and I found myself falling deeper, deeper, deeper. Now, look back at your opening. You might have changed that word to things like lower, 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 or down, 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 or further, further, further. Okay, so use this writing frame to help you. Make your story your own, okay? Fantastic. So pause the video, have a go at doing plot point 4 now. Brilliant. How did you get on? So final plot point, okay? And again, I've done the same. I've done an example to help you, then a writing frame on the next page to help you. So I'll read my example. When I woke up, the busy street had gone. So had Sam. I walked a long way calling for Sam, but I never found him. Instead, I found I was back home. When I told my family what had happened, they didn't believe me. They said that I'd only been gone for a few hours and that I must have dreamt it. Years passed, but I never forgot my friend Sam. I have taught my family lots of things, like how to build swings and wheels. I also showed them how to cook lots of delicious recipes. We still haven't got a supermarket like Sam. Was it a dream? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so I've used that suspense and closing from Stone Age Boy to end my story like that. Now, on the next page, I've got a writing frame to help you. So when I woke up, something had gone. So you could say the busy streets from the modern day had gone. All the people from the modern day had gone. So had, then the name of your character who you've met. I walked a long way calling for them, so calling for that character, but I never found him or her. Instead, I found I was back home. When I told my family what had happened, so how did they react? Did they laugh? Did they say, what are you talking about? Did they say, we don't believe you? Okay, have a think what you could put here. Okay, years passed and what happened? Years passed and you still can't forget your time with Sam, your time with the time in the modern day. Okay, then what have you taught your family? What skills have you learned from the modern day that you could show the Stone Age people? Maybe how to cook some new recipes, maybe how to play at the park, some new games to play. Okay, things that you can teach your family. And then, was it a dream? Maybe, or maybe not. So use that there to help you with your final plot point. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed writing your stories. Okay, now I would love, 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 love to see what you've written. okay? I'm sure it's fantastic. So please send them in to me and I can have a read through those. Okay, so happy writing. If you need to rewatch this video and pause at different parts for some ideas, please do so. And you can always look back at yesterday's video to help as well. Okay then, Year 3, thanks for working hard.